So I'm here now with the lovely Edward from Bronte by Moon, and your company's got a fantastic heritage, hasn't it? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, basically the company is the last remaining vertical textile mill in England. That means we take from raw wool right through all the processes within the mill itself, all the way through to the finished product. We've been doing that for now 176 years.
Wow.
The family
Worked there all that time, Edward?
Actually, no.
I was going to say, you look fantastic.
But for quite a time. The family business has been obviously in the same family now for 5 generations. We're always involved with inputting business money into the business, so expansion, re-equipping, modernising. We've just spent £750,000 on a new offices and showroom where we're spending over the next 2 years about £1.2 million worth of investment into new machinery, which will be mainly in our scouring department. For trying to explain about scouring, that is just the washing process. That's all, and basically we're about 50% export. Our main markets are Japan, Korea and the United States. The background of the company is we're approximately 50% of our turnover is apparel fabric for ladies and gents, jacketing, coating, to all the top brands throughout Europe, as I say, Japan and the United States. Quarter of the business is manufacturing furnishing fabrics, which we're probably the UK's leader in wool furnishing fabrics, probably down to the background of our designing and heritage with regard to apparel fabrics, and we involve those designers into the home furnishing markets, which has led on to the last 5 years. We've developed a fantastic range of throws and cushions, and this is a huge growth area of the company over the past 4 years. This has enabled our company to grow. From 4 years ago to the present day, the turnover has doubled in the last 4 years to a approximate turnover of £23 million, which half of its export. So that's great.
Wowzers, absolutely. So real rich heritage, as we say, but with very much focused on expansion and growing and embracing new technology. May I just say, you're almost better at talking than I am.
No, that can't be true.
Have you considered a career talking? Okay, so let's have a look at some of the fabrics that you've got here then. You said that you supply to all the top brands. Tell us some of those that you work with at the minute.
In the United States, Ralph Lauren, Brooks Brothers. In Europe, D&G, Yves Saint Laurent, Tommy Hilfiger. In the UK, we supply, I would say, 90% of the people on the high street, from the middle market to right at the top end of the market, and yeah.
From Leeds, your base is in Leeds?
Leeds, just outside, small village called Guiseley. Yeah.
I love this. Well, should we go and have a nosy? Because there's lots of lovely fabrics. Anything in particular you want to show off about?
Well, this sort of range here, our Sage and Aqua, this is really brought out for the spring season, because it, freshens up the home and one thing another, nice soft colours, brightens everything. And then if we lead over to the other...
Have a look over here then, what have we got down here?
These here are our real top selling range of products. Yeah, this is our number one seller, which we call the beige multi-spot, which is a fantastic seller. Everybody who's buying into this is doing really, really well.
It feels very luxurious, doesn't it? It
looks
fabulous.
Most of the products we make are either out of lamb's wool, which is a soft handle fabric, or we do make some out of Shetland wool, which is a slightly coarser handle, but it's more of a heritage feel to it. Very rustic, and that's really quite in vogue at the moment. And
it's all the rage, isn't it?
Yeah, and with our background as a manufacturer from Yorkshire, a lot of heritage, quality, design, the sort of, yeah.
So let's talk latest developments then. What should we all have our eye on there? You're a man with a finger on the pulse. Show us what we should all be buying this year.
Latest developments probably are if you can see them in the distance just there. The geometrical.
I want to have a little stroke as well, because they feel.
Of course.
Are we talking this one here? Here we go. We've just moved your colleagues out the way. They saw us coming with the camera.
Sort of a new design concept we're doing. So this is quite a complicated,
beautiful
weave, which we call our geometrical pattern. And this, we've got a story here that goes, because we're using the same colours to create something in the home. And this also is another of the latest patterns. Again, a bit of a geometrical story going on. But it all makes a great story, and the customers of ours that buy into our story always do well, to be honest.
Absolutely. Now, I'm loving this as well. Grey is all the rage, isn't it? We've got a Union Jack here as well. What sort of discount can you do me?
For you,
I'm joking, I'm not
darling,
trained.
it'll be free.
Oh, stop it. Right, we've got that on camera. And another thing that I love as well, I mean, I've just bought a new flat, so I will be having a word with you a bit later, is wool furniture as well. This is quite rare, isn't it? Talk us through what you've got here.
Wool furnishing fabric. So again, because of our design background, we can create some wonderful colours. Because the fashion industry is a major part of our company. So from that, we decided about 8 years ago to say, what else can we make with wool apart from apparel? So we went into the furnishing market, and the expansion has been absolutely phenomenal. And we're probably the company that creates all the colours. It probably starts with us. We probably are the UK leader in wool designed furnishing
Probably
fabrics.
about it. Come on, let's
Definitely then,
like
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Now this actually looks fantastic. How long does it take to make something like this? Would you know that?
Well, from start to finish, because bearing in mind we start with the raw wool, which we import from New Zealand and South Africa, and we also use some British wool. From start to finish, the fabric probably takes up to 16 weeks from raw wool till the finished woven article of fabric, so we can supply the furniture trade.
There's a lot of work goes into it as well, a lot of love.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, most of our colours of yarn you may think is just a solid colour navy, but actually that colour navy we probably dye between 5 and 6 different lots of wool, different shades, then we blend them together to make one shade of yarn. Wow. And that gives the colour of the yarn some depth, rather than taking a white yarn and dyeing it solid one colour.
Passionate about this. I'm feeling the love for the brand. Okay, Spring Fair, let's talk about why you're here. Is it your first year exhibiting here, or are you kind of part of the furniture now?
For this company, it is our 5th year, but for me personally, selling textile products, dare I say that it is my 34th year.
You're kidding me?
No, I'm not.
So you really are part of
years.
the furniture.
Absolutely.
What kind of people are you talking to at Spring Fair then? Why is it such a great exhibition for you and
Because
your
we
brand?
speak to such a wide range of customers. We speak from an independent shop that may buy a small amount of products to us but are still extremely valuable to us, to the biggest multiples, John Lewis, Marks and Spencer, the likes of that. We're also picking export companies up. We meet people who are from Japan, Europe, the United States, so it's extremely valuable, absolutely valuable. And this one, the Spring Fair, is our most important trade fair.
Okay, so this is the key one in your calendar then?
Key calendar, key exhibition, and really it sets off the year. And if we've had a good show here, which we have so far, that's an indication for what will happen for the rest of the year.
Incredible. Well, well done. I can say it's because you've got a brilliant product.
Yeah,
I'm really very
product.
impressed.
It's
And
the
I will be
product.
talking to you about that discount that you promised on camera.
That's fine. That's okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Ed. Thanks
Okay.
very much for your time.
No
Lovely to
problem.
speak to
All
you.
right.
Take care.
Okay.